there may be more to Breath of the Wild than we ever thought. Hey guys, it's ChampionAshley and welcome back to another Zelda Theory. And yes, I'm not dead! At the moment. I've just been insanely busy over the past year or so that I've been trying to make videos. And for the past 9-ish months that I've been gone, we've seen a whole slew of Zelda news, 2 trailers, a feels overload, release date, and no cuckoos. I'm severely disappointed. But more on topic, I've been looking for a footing on where Breath of the Wild takes place in the timeline amidst all the shenanigans, and I found it. Though I might have uncovered something I shouldn't have ever found out. But more on that later. As of right now, let's jump into this. There are multiple points throughout the Zelda timeline where we could place Breath of the Wild. Child timeline before Twilight Princess, adult timeline before the Wind Waker, and just in the Downfall timeline. But I'm looking at neither. I'm looking at a sequel to Skyward Sword and a prequel to the Minish Cap. No, that doesn't happen in Breath of the Wild, but it's an interesting topic for another time. For now, let's just focus on Breath of the Wild. There are many, and I'm not kidding when I say many connections to Skyward Sword and this game. Let's start off one step at a time and with a bow. I know we're starting out with an item, but you gotta take all the evidence that you can get with a theory, and there's plenty when talking about the bow. Skyward Sword's bow and Breath of the Wild's bow both look near identical, with there only being a few tiny changes, give or take the graphics difference. Now I know what you're thinking. It can't be the same bow. If this game is after Skyward Sword, the bow would have withered out by then. Well, hypothetical viewer, let's not go jumping at conclusions just yet. Twilight Princess actually had the same bow that the Hero of Time Link did in Majora's Mask. So maybe these bows are just made out of this really good wood that doesn't age. Anyone who might have a clue on that, say something in the comments. Well, bows and wood aside, is there any more evidence to link these games together? Okay, I promise my New Year's resolution is to stop making bad jokes. And to make more videos. Okay, moving on to a happier tone, let's talk about Gorons. Yes, I'll admit it, I have kind of a soft spot for these big little guys. And I'll have to say, I think Skyward Sword's cast of Gorons were my absolute favorite of all the Gorons, even though they didn't get as much as the limelight as I wanted them to. But to my happiness, the Gorons are jumping on the Breath of the Wild hype train with all of us. Even though I don't know how they would jump on without a ramp. Whoa, wait, I'm getting way too off course here. Back to Gorons. When doing my Zelda Theorist trailer 1000 times watch, I noticed that the Goron that we saw in the trailer is extremely similar to the Goron Explorer, despite the incredible difference in their beards. But the design in the eyes is definitely the same. But wait, there's more to the theory. In special spots of Hyrule, such as the Temple of Time, you can find these things. They look familiar to me. Oh yeah, it's that huge statue that killed Demise in that new Zelda game. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing dumb right now. But to that point, there isn't really any other goddess statues in any other Zelda game, or, to be honest, anything remotely similar. Except Skyward Sword and this game. There's something fishy about this. Really fishy. And speaking of Hylia, what about Zelda? One of the things that I noticed quite early on is that Zelda looks very different compared to all of the other Zeldas we've seen up to this point. At least, that's what I thought then. But then I did some comparisons. And you know which one matched? You're right, Skyward Sword. They look identical, graphics and all. Also, and I know this isn't really news, but it deserves to be mentioned. In the last shot of Zelda in the trailer, she's wearing 2 bracelets. Now, I'm not an expert on jewelry, but those bracelets look identical to the ones that Goddess Zelda wore in Skyward Sword, with the exception that the Skyward Sword ones were bluish purple. These ones are also gold. Also, Zelda's new bling necklace is the symbol of Hylia, I want that necklace so badly. It's just that there's too many locations that link Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild together. The Skyview Temple bath spot that Zelda was bathing in the newest trailer, and the Temple of Time with the statue, and possibly more. But I know what you're thinking. If this is after Skyward Sword, then how is Ganon around? He should be in Ocarina of Time, right? 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 I think something's been under our noses for over 30 years.